Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Best MTG Decks Ever. I'm your host Joseph, and today I'm building a deck. I took some suggestions from some comments and I went even further into the budget. So we've got a $150 deck. It is interesting. It is a board wipe tribal deck and it does some very cool things. Let's go take a look at it. All right, here is the board wipe tribal $150 budget deck, and we are running Nevinyrral Urborg Tyrant, which is 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, hexproof from artifact, creatures, and enchantments. When Nevinyrral enters the battlefield, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token for each creature that died this turn. When he dies, you may pay 1 colorless, and when you do, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. We are running a suite of planeswalkers. Those are going to be able to survive past our commander's board wipe ability. We are running a bunch of board wipes. We are running 12 board wipes. We are ready to clear the board. We are running a mechanic that will work with our commander's ability to milk a lot of value. So what we do is we've got a bunch of these sacrifice spells. We've got a bunch of these feign death spells. And then, of course, we've got the commander's ability to clear the board. So what we would do is, on our turn, we do whatever we're going to do, but we save some mana, we set it aside. We make sure that we have this available. We pass turn. It goes to player 1, player 2, player 3, and then right before it's our turn, they say it's the end of their turn, and you say, in response to the end of your turn, I'm going to cast Corrupted Conviction on my commander, which reads, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. So we're going to sacrifice Nevinyrral, and then in response to that sacrifice, we are going to cast Feign Death. Until end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield, tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So what happens is we cast this, we cast Feign Death for 2 mana. We need to have 1 colorless mana in reserve. Feign Death will resolve first, which means that Nevinyrral, when he dies, he'll come back to the battlefield tapped with a +1/+1 counter on him. That will resolve first. Then Corrupted Conviction will resolve. We'll sacrifice our commander. We'll draw 2 cards. And then in response to that, when Nevinyrral dies, we're going to pay that 1 colorless, and then he's going to board wipe everything. So if our opponents have 3 creatures each, that's 9 creatures, plus Nevinyrral. So 10 creatures died. Nevinyrral comes back onto the battlefield tapped with +1/+1 counter on him, and then 10 2/2 zombies come onto the battlefield. The player's end turn resolves. It becomes our turn. We untap everything, and now nothing has summoning sickness. We've got 10 2/2 zombies and Nevinyrral, all without summoning sickness, ready to bring the pain. We are running a bunch of ramp. All of it, besides 1 spell, are just mana rocks like Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, yada, yada, yada. Of note, there are 2 mana rocks in here, which both have Indestructible, so they will survive our commander's board wipe ability. Our other rocks will die. However, we do have 2 rocks in here, which we can still get value out of, even though they're dying. So on the turn that we are going to do something with the commander where it's going to wipe out all the artifacts, we save Mind Stone with 1 colorless. We tap it, pay the 1, sacrifice it, we draw a card. The other one is Commander's Sphere. In response to the commander destroying all the artifacts, we can sacrifice this and we draw a card. We can lose other mana rocks, but we are going to be activating this ability only when it will benefit us, even at the cost of us losing our own mana rocks. We've got a bunch of planeswalkers, and I've custom chosen these planeswalkers because they either do one of 2 things. They either create tokens or they have a powerful emblem which helps move us into the position to win. So for example, Liliana the Last Hope has an emblem. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens, where X is 2 plus the number of zombies you control. So in that scenario earlier, if we had this emblem and we did have that board state where we've got Nevinyrral and 10 zombies, this will create 12 more zombies, and it just really starts to spiral out of control. Elspeth Knight Errant has 2 abilities that we like. We want to create creature tokens, which is nice. It helps us move our game along nicely. And it also has an emblem. Artifacts, creatures, and enchantments and lands you control have Indestructible, and this emblem will allow us to blow up the board and keep all of our creatures and our mana rocks. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, has a draw ability, and then the emblem reads, whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent an opponent controls. Very oppressing. If we get that emblem, it's almost guaranteed to win. So that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and good luck making friends board wiping over and over and over and over again while they frustratingly watch you build planeswalkers, draw a ton of cards, and gain value over time so that they have no chance or hope of winning. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.